Just a young black man from Waltham. You dig? Smooth. Let me tell you a little story about who I am. How a village boy became a simple man. I ain't King James, but I'm from a land. I'm from a land called Waltham. Don't ask why, it's God's plan. Listen close, then you'll understand. Outside, see a black man. Inside, see an African. Certified from the motherland. Took a flight with his mama and land in Boston. My destination was coffin. Say hello to the Martian. To the illegal alien. More native than the Indian. A fresh prince like Will I Am. On the scene like here I am. Southside to the deaf man. I remember being 14 at Lakeview Park. Playing ball till the sky turned dark. As the dogs would bark and the cops would stalk. We would then proceed to the Hindu mall. Go and kick it with D and feel nice and deep. Probably roll up some trees and watch it blow in the breeze. Jeez Louise, what a relief. That my federation would give him relief. Shout out to my homeboy EG.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Another episode of Don Talk Podcast. I'm your host, aka Don. Today I'm here with my guy Joe. It's been a long time coming, yo. This is overdue, man.
Yo.
Yeah, how you doing, bro?
Bro, it's been a crazy time. You know, I mean, after the new year started, been like trying to make some adjustments to make up for the loss of productivity from last year. Like I feel like a lot of people had, and just like some people might have had like their ups and downs and stuff like that. Like I feel like this year was just gonna be my year, bro, and that's crazy because like last year is what everyone said, but knowing that we've had a full year of like everything that's happened so far, I feel like I'm gonna be able to redeem myself. Like gradually things have been coming together, bro. Like summer's like it's starting to get nice out. Like you just feel, you know what I mean? You can feel that shit. So like, I mean, I just know, just excited for what's about to happen and all that.
Word. So like when the pandemic hit, like did you have like were you in the middle of like doing stuff that kind of like put your plans on hold or something?
Yeah, dude. So like I was basically supposed to graduate with everyone summer what was it, May 2019, and I had to stay a semester. That month, I mean that year was just overall tough for me because like just as like spring 2019 had started, in Feb I lost my mom, right? So I was just like evaluating a bunch of stuff, like how am I even gonna make it through school? Like I have tests coming up, like dude, like to go through something like that it really tested like my my strength and like really like just like made me like evaluate myself. Like we had to travel back home for all that sort of stuff, and like I was focused on my goals and knowing that okay, I have my priorities as a as a son, but also I want to make sure that at the same time I'm focused on my studies, because at this I was like, yo, this semester was the hardest so far. I was taking my hardest classes. I was like, fam, I'm not about to repeat this shit. I'm not coming back, bro.
I felt that.
Any finance major understands how some of these classes are, bro. Very analytical, you know what I mean? We had the toughest professor in the whole of the Bertillon Business School, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, fam, just me coming back and knowing that I already have classes that I still have to do after this semester, for me to repeat again, it wasn't happening, you know what I mean? So I focused myself. Like I was successfully able to pass that semester with B's, you know what I mean? It was still, regardless, having gone through something like that, it was fine. But it held me up. I took, like an econ class and during that summer, online from Middlesex Community College, and then I had 3 classes in the fall. And then I finished with that. So I was like, okay, might have been like a full year, but now we're about to get started. And then Feb came. Then March, and you have all this COVID stuff. Like it was hard, dude. Finding a job was so hard, dude. It just like I was doing it before I finished my last semester that fall, and the pandemic didn't help at all. It was a complete shutdown when everything like stopped. I was like, dude, like I honestly don't even know what I'm gonna do. And for most of the people that I talk to, you think you're the only one going through this, but
right.
you're not. And it kind of hits you a different way when everyone in your circle, is doing well.
Yeah.
You're seeing people post and shit. They're having like the time of their lives. They're like, I can't even afford to go do this. I can't even do that. I feel like I don't even deserve to be happy. You know what I mean? Because I was like, people were like, you should kind of drive your mind away from this stuff that like you've been so serious about, and like focus on what makes you happy. You like to work out, you like doing that stuff, but also at the same, like I feel like I'm the type of person where if I have a problem, I can't resolve it. I can't be happy until it's resolved. You feel me? So I was like, I feel like I just didn't I was depriving myself of happiness until I was able to fix this problem and then like kind of move forward. And I was just thinking about a lot of stuff, just constantly, applying to jobs, all that, like, constantly getting rejection emails, bro, the mass emails, blah, 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 working with recruiters, bro. And then fast forward, like, I got, like, something in December. I was reluctant about it. My recruiter was like, you know what, just, like, take it to do something right now until we find something. Did that for, like, a month. One time I was like, I was leaving for the day. Homeboy called me up. He was like, "Yo, don't come in tomorrow. Come to our building and like give us like your laptop and like tell us if you left anything, bro." Because I have a friend who went through the same situation. You know what I mean? They left. She left for the day. And when you're in the temp phase, as a candidate, with a recruiter. They're essentially the middle person.
Yeah.
So any problem that the employer has, they tell the recruiter and then they tell you. You know what I mean? They don't say that to your face.
Right.
But it was like normal, bro. It felt like I hated it. By the way, I hated the job as a whole. So I was actually calling him that day. I was like, yo, I was gonna hold it for a little longer, but I called him and I was gonna tell him, I'm like, yo, I'm done. But when I called him, he told me first. He's like, yo, don't come in tomorrow. Just bring your stuff. Yeah. But when I tell you, like, I was low-key mad happy, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, thank God they did it first. Because it shows, me quitting first basically shows the people that I'm working with that, like, I can't hold it. You know what
exactly,
I mean?
Like,
I can't. I wasn't able to hold that. I moved on to, looking for other stuff. And just recently, like, landed a job at this cloud software company in Boston.
Okay. That
creates point-of-sale systems for restaurants. So, like, when you go to a restaurant and, they have, like, the machine that you pay for and stuff like that, as well as just we assist the restaurants with capital. If they're just starting up and, they're just trying to get capital, we're able to do financing where, depending on their credit, able to give them credit for the financing of those payment systems. But it's been pretty dope, bro. Like, the dude I'm working with, like, he's mad nice. He likes what I'm doing. He's like, yo, like, you're getting the stuff, blah, blah, blah. I've been trying to get in there for a minute, bro. Like, if you envision a company, the culture of this company is, like, youthful. Like, everyone there is, like, essentially under 30.
Right. Okay.
The managers that I'm with are like 25, 26.
Yeah. No, that's,
you know what I mean?
That's a good environment. Like when you're close in
like
age.
people you can like resonate with who are like around your age, and like you can, they have like a happy hour type stuff. Like you can wear what you want. Like, those type of culture that you see in the movies. You know what I mean? So, I was really happy when I got that. I felt like I got my break. So that's still going on, and trying to get back into my traveling. Traveling is something I enjoy like a lot, and I'm trying to head back home to Uganda at some point this year. Like, I think probably in December.
Okay.
See the family. I got a baby sister. I don't know if I told you.
Nah.
Yeah.
So how recent is this?
So she was born in August.
Okay. Oh, you actually?
I don't think I told
you. Oh no, man. maybe not.
Yeah, I didn't tell anyone.
Because I think, because when the last time when we went out was like, I think it was like June or July last year for Nick's birthday. So I don't think that came up. But yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah, bro, like she's literally, I wanted to, be able to make it back there before she's able to walk, just to get, you know what I mean? That was just a thing for me, but just overall getting back out there, after the close. The last time I traveled, bro, when I came back from London for my birthday, November 2019, that was lit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, I also want to bring you on a trip, bro. We got to take you to Africa, fam.
Bro, that's definitely on my list, like for real. Cause I went out with this shorty a few weeks ago, and like that came up. Like she's actually from Uganda. But she was telling me like, I forget the one place she told me to go.
But it was Africa or
it was in Africa. But like I'm blanking on like on the part that she told me about. But like that's like I told her I was like like that's on my list to go and stuff, cause that's the motherland, dog. Like, and I've been to other countries and stuff, but like I haven't been to where I came from. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's definitely on my list. Like I promise. But so like with the traveling, like, so how do you feel it benefits you as a person?
So I think cultural immersion.
Mm-hmm.
When you immerse yourself in other cultures, just part of learning about the rest of the world. A lot of people, I feel like one thing that could help is just overall everyone in the world knowing about each other.
Mm-hmm.
Getting over the stereotypes that they may think of each other, especially people coming out of America. You know what I mean? And per se, people in America, there's people that actually think that if you live in Africa, you live in a hut.
Right.
Or that you have like lions in your backyard and stuff like that. I've had those questions asked. It's ridiculous. And it's not even out of disrespect. It's just,
kind of
they're
like
naive, you know what I mean? And like they just don't know. So just kind of getting a better understanding of the world is, getting out there and getting to learn things, about other people and other cultures and just other ways of life.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, what was it? Like, there was this Zac Efron documentary on Netflix. I don't know if you had seen it, but he's essentially going around with this person who we actually met on a podcast. And they were traveling the world learning about how, like, certain people live their lives in those parts of the world. So they went to Iceland.
Mm-hmm.
And, bro, Iceland's lit, by the way. I've always wanted to go there. But essentially, this country is on top of a hot spring.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A lot of their resources are utilized through the natural hot springs that they have. You know what I mean? So they're able to create energy sufficiently, like using those hot springs and just their energy plants. So the energy plants that they use to be able to harness energy. So, what is it? I'm over here trying to remember what I watched. But they also went to Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
Now a lot of Americans have moved to like Costa Rica, and then they kind of changed their way of life having moved there. They're kind of, I guess, I don't know the technical term for them, but like maybe what people would think of as like a hippie or something like that.
Okay.
They just moved past the ideal life of living in America and more of spiritual living. They raise their kids in Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
They're able to build their own houses out of like, what, I think they build them out of wood or something, like bamboo or something like that, and just essentially living a different standard of life as opposed to what's in America.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was really cool and just made me interested to just want to go out there and like learn more about how people live their lives from, you know, what I've known here in America, really. So, yeah.
Okay. So, if you had to pick maybe 3 places that you've been to, what would you recommend?
Now, South Africa. South Africa is fucking lit, bro. When I tell you my ass was there for 3 days, fam, I felt like I could live there. I was there for 3 days, bro. Do you know how amazing a place has to be for you to have like your mindset change like after 3 days?
Yeah.
I was a little hesitant about it because they have one of the highest crime rates in the whole, you know, continent. My little brother lives there with his mom and stepdad. But you know, I was like, you know what? I just want to check it out for 3 days. You know, I have a place to go. You know, I don't have to like pay for accommodations or anything like that. But I went over there with my stepmom and like toured around a little bit. Went to this diamond mining place where they mined like one of the biggest diamonds that like this queen in England from years ago had. Like it's a huge freaking diamond, dude.
Yeah.
But toured the diamond factory. Actually had a gift shop, the only gift shop where I wasn't able to afford anything. Fam, it's literal diamonds. Went over there, but the culture was beautiful, bro. Went to Soweto, which is where Nelson Mandela grew up. That's where his house was. Him and Winnie Mandela, and Desmond Tutu.
Okay.
So that street is the only street in the world to have 2 Nobel Peace Prize winners living on the same street. You know what I mean? Got to see like a bunch of their stuff in that museum house of theirs. Bro, went to the slums.
Oh man.
Went to the slums. Bro, this dude had a spliff, right? And I was like, yo, like let me get that. Probably wasn't the best idea because after this we were going to see, you know, to this animal sanctuary to see like lion cubs and stuff like that. But I was like, bro, I'm trying to get lit right now.
Right.
I'm with my stepmom, but like she, you know, she's that kind of cool stepmom that, you know, isn't gonna be like saying some shit, but she was looking at me like, really, you know what I mean? And I just took like a little bit just to, you know, get a little buzz. And yeah, dude, South Africa was dope. Europe is dope. Now what I tell people, like especially who haven't traveled anywhere, is if you go to Europe, you're able to go to other countries for a relatively cheaper rate. You're essentially taking trains all over Europe. Right. Now, the last spring break of 2019, that was actually the first spring break ever that I did anything. As you know, I went by myself to Paris. Yep. For a week, and I was basically stationed in Paris, but going to different places. So my initial plan was Paris, Milan, Amsterdam, Barcelona, Marseille, which is south coast of France, London. So I took out Milan because Drake was having a concert, and that happened to be my first concert ever, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Drake and Tory Lanez in Paris, bro.
We did talk about that. Oh,
dude,
man. Yeah.
That shit, bro, that shit was lit. But it was a crazy experience, especially in France, by the way. People don't, you know, fuck with you if you don't speak French. Like, they look at you real bad. But the culture overall is, like, beautiful, bro. Like, the food, the architecture, dude, the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. It's beautiful in person.
Dude, what was it? Barcelona. I just walked through like the city, like in a straight line, just going through all the tourist attractions because I had 12 hours to be there. I arrived at 1 a.m. and I was leaving at 5. Yeah. So I was literally just walking. I walked through the whole city, ended at the beach, walked on the beach, and really just I was trying to like do this thing of like doing the most I can in the shortest amount of time. Which essentially meant no rest. But I probably told you as well that when I was coming back, I lost my passport on the flight from Paris to London.
I didn't know that. You lost your passport?
I lost my passport on the flight, bro. Dude, scariest shit ever. But this does not equate to losing your passport on the street in a regular country as opposed to if you're in an airport, because you're essentially still in transit. So it would be easier. You're technically not in a country, right? In an airport. So I lost it, but luckily the flight was delayed. Yeah. And I got to Logan, bro. They weren't having it. I think it was 1 a.m. I got to like the place where you have the security asking you the questions before you enter.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them, I was like, yo, I don't have my passport.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yo, this kid lost his passport. And then like yelled that shit. Walked me down to a room where they were asking me questions. Bro, I was disoriented. They were asking me questions of my last passport application. You know, I was like, bro, I was like so tired. But they eventually let me go home. Had to cancel that shit, the passport, and just get a new one. But it was a crazy experience, dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, I didn't know that, like, that's actually, wow, they actually playing some real good music next door, bro. But yeah, like, I didn't know that that was actually real. That like being, you said they brought you to a room where they were asking you questions. Like, that stuff I've seen in movies. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I just never like, wow, okay.
yeah, it was more of them just like kind of just to kind of validate if.
Right, if
you say what you know,
you are who you say you are.
Yeah, you are
stuff.
who you say you are. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Man, yeah, cause like I definitely do want to travel more. Like, it's definitely cause I agree with you about like the whole, in order to really make progress, you know, as people, like, yeah, you have to be aware of like other people's cultures and all that stuff, and where, yeah, I've only been to, like, I've been to Barbados. That was like probably the most recent one, but that was like 2015. Like, I still haven't like there, you know, there are a whole bunch of other countries that I want to go to. What else? Yeah, I've been to France. France was real nice. Like, just kind of being there and stuff. So you weren't in France long?
Yeah, that year, I went to London 3 times,
mm-hmm.
and Paris twice.
Okay.
All in 1 year, bro.
Man,
Imagine banging out all those trips before the world changed.
Right.
I felt like it was just destined to happen.
It was.
Like, I somehow might have known that what was gonna happen was gonna happen. So I'm glad I got, you know, I was able to get that out.
Exactly. Yeah. Nah. Yeah. France was nice. Japan was a whole different experience.
Dude, I want to go to Asia so bad.
Yeah, I want to. Where was it? I think it's Thailand. I saw a video a couple years back of like someone like it's like on one of those boats, bro, like paddling like down the streams.
On like the light blue waters.
Yes, bro. And I was like, yo, that's just like, that's a whole nother experience and stuff that, like, you know, I want to have, like, just to be able to.
And it's so cheap.
Yeah, bro. Like,
dude, when people go, this is what I tell my friends. Like, I literally tell them, yo, you guys can come with me to Uganda and have no expenses to pay obviously than your flight, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can literally stay for me. I mean, you can stay with me. You know, nothing for accommodations, for food. You're all set. Like, if you're able to pay for your flight, like, that's completely fine. If you want to go out and stuff, dude, being able to use a lot of restaurants and places have branched to using, you know, MasterCard and Visa.
Mm-hmm.
So, bro, what I tell people is that the last time I was home, I got a haircut, a 30-minute massage, bro, and a wash after my haircut for what's equivalent to $5.
What?
Bro, I swear to God, bro, this is a mall down the street from my house. I was like, dude, I was swiping my card, right? Because I was like, oh, damn, like, people are, you know, they have the terminals to use MasterCard and Visa. I'm just start using my credit card. And then when I got the notification to see what it exchanged to, dude, $5.
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
When you go to these places, they're overstaffed.
Mm-hmm.
You can legit see people fucking sleeping because they don't have anything to do. You can have anyone to do anything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You can literally have someone cutting your hair, giving you a massage, and like doing something else at the same time because they, you know what I mean? People are they're overstaffed. Even in grocery stores, you just see them chilling in the aisles, sitting on a stool, texting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, and things are just cheap. You can ball out, like even going out to eat, drinks. You know what I'm saying? So the dollar holds a lot of weight.
Word.
Going back to you know, African countries, particularly
Okay.
Uganda.
Yeah, nah, definitely. Like that's like I said, that's on my list for sure. Let me see what else. Um, I think so. Like yeah, because in the U.S. is like, all right, like the best. I will say like so. I've been to Cali. Cali was nice. It's just Cali is Cali. But like I went to Vegas literally at the start of the pandemic. I didn't because honestly, like when it started, I was like, oh, this is gonna blow over. Like whatever, it is what it is. But so I stayed with my friend, and she was like, yo, I'm surprised you still came. Like with everything that's going on. But I'm like, how serious is it? Real serious, because the second day I was out there, they shut everything down. So I was like, all right, well, if there's nothing to do out here, I'm gonna just go home and make some money. But yeah, like I will say, like being out there, like it's kind of like a desert area. So like instead of driving down like a highway and seeing a whole bunch of buildings, you see a whole bunch of mountains. And like to me, that was dope because I was like, yo, like I've never seen that. So I really liked it out there, and like I do kind of want to explore the Midwest a little bit, just in terms of like I've grown up seeing buildings and stuff like downtown, like taking the train in, but yeah, like I want to see something different. But yeah, like
that kind of natural scenery.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I'm the type of person, like if I were to have a house somewhere, it would definitely be like in a semi-woodsy area where I can like look out. There's a stream type shit, and then like yeah, there's mountains in the back. Like that's just a different, and like I want a different environment than what I grew up in.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's definitely like other countries and stuff to explore the culture like we talked about. But yeah, I mean there's definitely like a lot out there to be seen and a lot of things to experience. Kind of like what we talked about the other day, like skydiving. You know what I mean? So are you serious about that?
Bro, I'm dead ass.
All right, cause like if I gotta go through like the indoor skydiving first, like the training, whatever. I'm like, bro, I'm being so serious. Like I'm there with you because that's on my bucket list.
I don't think they require indoor skydiving training. For that, I basically went. I took a friend for her birthday, just to kind of have that experience for the first time for both of us. But I think actually going skydiving, they have their own training that you do before you actually get up there.
Okay.
But I just wanted to like get a feel for it, right. And I knew that place was really close to me in Nashua, so I went over there, dude. Like it was dope. Like you have to go like after like a certain amount of time, they allow you to like try flips and shit like that. But this was more of like an introductory type thing.
Right.
But it's such a crazy feel. Like you feel, I don't have control of anything. Like I felt like my limbs, dude. The dude was holding on to me like the whole time.
Yeah. Nah, man. Cause like even so like with that, like if I don't have to do any like particular training, like oh yeah, you have to do this first. All right, but I'm on the sweet. Like I want to go do it. Like I don't want to know what it's like or get it. Like for me, like I just want to like just dive head in, right? Because with that's just a whole nother experience. And I feel like now where I'm at in my life, because like we've been to parties and stuff. Like for me, that's like not the most exciting anymore. Like it's just like it's kind of the same thing. All right, hear the same songs, drink and whatever. But like I will say your party that you had, bro, like I needed that. Like cause that was like really one of the first times like I got out the house and like actually went somewhere where there were a good amount of people who were also enjoying themselves. And like I feel like because I was talking with that with my coworker, like yo, there's very few events where or like things where we go out and people aren't on their phones and stuff, like, or actually dancing. Because when I go to a party, I want to see people dancing. Like, you know what I mean? I want to enjoy it and stuff.
On your phone.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's not. If you wanted to do that, you could have stayed home. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, that's like that's just like something that I want. Like I want to go places where it's exciting, do things that are exciting, because you know, skydiving is definitely like, yo, that's a huge thing, bro. Like, and like I know they gotta have like the first time you go, I think you gotta have somebody like with you and all that. Like I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just to kind of be like, yo, I don't know how many feet up in the air they go, but like,
bro, it's a crazy, yo, no bullshit. Like when I was thinking about it, I was like, yo, I could dead get up there and like be like, I'm not doing this anymore.
yeah,
Like that scares the shit out of me, bro. I'm like, yo,
man.
I'm gonna need someone to push me off because like once they open that door, your heart could just sink.
yeah,
And you could be like, yo, I cannot do this. Is literally insane. I'm jumping out of a plane willingly, bro.
But I will say, cause I'm not like, I don't mind heights and stuff. Like even on like roller coasters and stuff, like when you get that feeling in your stomach,
Yeah.
I like that.
I like
feeling.
that shit.
Yeah,
dude.
you know. But so at my job, like my like the buildings I work at are 400 feet tall. I've never been up that high, but I was on the roof one time and like, you know, I had to let some contractors up there, and you know, I'm holding the door open and I look over just a little bit and I was like, wow, I was like, damn, that's real high. And like I stepped back because I was like, yo, like I don't know if I could, like I wouldn't want to be like at the edge, like looking over, like that would terrify me. So yeah, like definitely probably being up in the plane, I would be like, holy shit, like this, like we're real high up and we're about to jump out of a plane. But I don't know, like at the same time, it's like, yo, we're high up and we're about to jump out of a plane. You know what I mean? So it's like, so it's definitely
There's so
like,
many things that like even go through your mind. I'm like, dude, like I don't know what's about to happen to this. Like, what is like my family gonna think?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you don't know what's gonna happen, but also at the same time, it could be one of the most exhilarating experiences in your life.
you know what I'm saying? Like it definitely would be different and stuff to, you know, to try something new, because that's definitely like an extreme that a lot of people won't go through. So even for like Will Smith, but he bungee jumped for his 50th, right, or something like that.
So yeah.
I wouldn't do bungee jumping,
Bro, that's
like,
crazy. I was like, I can jump out of a plane, but I'm scared as hell of bungee jumping.
Yeah, because I feel like with that it's a little.
Yeah, like you can see the bottom, bro. You don't have a parachute.
And honestly, like with bungee jumping, like I mean, you can, you know, make an excuse for skydiving, but like you got to make sure that rope is measured right, bro. Because like if it's not and you go down, you can hit your head. Like you're done, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, nah, I like bungee jumping. Like I'll hold off on that. Like
Man,
I don't know, not yet.
yet.
But yeah, like all the stuff like that, you know, that's like the point where I feel I'm at. Like I want to do things that some people be like, oh, you're crazy if you do that. Like, yeah, I am crazy. Cause that's the point where you have to be at in life. Like not even on some like, just like as a person, like you got to be able to do things. You know, like do things that other people would shy away from. But yeah, like it's definitely like there's definitely like a whole bunch of things on my bucket list. Like that's definitely number one. Like I even talked to Phil about it. I was like, yeah, like we gotta go skydiving. So yeah, like when it gets closer and stuff to, yeah, like I'll tell Phil, because yeah, like he was talking about it too. But yeah, bro, I gotta.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking up. I think there's a place in CT.
Okay.
Where people go. I don't know if there's anything in Mass, but in terms of time to figure out like if there's anything we are able to do up until the summer, anything we need to do, or you just walk in there and, you know, you do some training for like a couple hours and then you go up. But I was gonna look into that for sure. But for this summer, I think it's like 300, 400 per person, something like that. For my friends that did it last year.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people in a party could, you know, go out the same plane, but
right,
you know, something I'm gonna inquire about.
Yeah,
but
man. Yeah, that's. Whew. I'm excited thinking about it now, bro. Like yo, oh man, I really can't wait, bro. Let me see what else. So you started taking jujitsu. So what has that been like?
Oh man, bro. Jiu-Jitsu is like basically everyone starts as a white belt.
Yep.
And there's 5 belts, so there's white, blue, purple, brown, black.
So is that the same? Like, is that the same rankings as like karate, or is it?
Yeah. So basically, those are
like
Japanese arts that have those
gotcha.
those hierarchies.
Okay. So you said it was white, blue, purple, brown, black.
Brown, black.
Okay.
And I think some black belts, become black belts after maybe 10 to 12 years.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And white to blue is easily the toughest, because 90% of white belts never make it to blue. They quit.
Yeah.
Bro, it's such like a physical and mentally draining thing to do. It's literal chess, because you have to go through multiple ass handings until you become good. Especially when you call rolling. So basically rolling is me, it's like sparring, for grappling arts. So you have to go through multiple rollings, especially with upper belts, where you just have to throw your ego out the window and not take it personally, and know that this person has been doing this for 5 years. Even when they could be smaller than you, bro, you could be there could be some dude who's like literally half your size, bro. He'll mix you, bro.
Yeah. I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Like, and it doesn't matter with this. It doesn't matter because it's just the matter of training that you've done, but it's an art that is applicable to all sizes. You know what I mean? Bigger people, they're able to use their weight. Longer people are able to use their length.
Yep.
Especially, so there's 2 types of jiu-jitsu. Is in gi jiu-jitsu, which is basically the kimono, which they wear like the karate sort of fit, and then there's no gi, which is just you wearing compression pants and compression shirt. So that it eliminates you having like
stuff to grab on.
Yeah, stuff to grab onto, and it's much harder. So they're essentially 2 different worlds. There's the no gi jiu-jitsu world, and then there's the gi jiu-jitsu world. And just learning both, I think is like beneficial. But yeah, dude, like I'm definitely seeing like, I feel like I haven't really improved much since last year, but I also feel like I have.
You definitely have.
It's a consistent thing.
Yeah.
You have to go like every day, bro. I be waking up at 5 and driving to Tingsboro. I live in Billerica, so that's like
I've never heard the word Tingsboro before.
Tingsboro is a town. I know, bro. I live in the boonies, okay? So just
cause like I know Billerica. Like Tings, Ting.
No, Tyngs.
Shit.
Tingsboro.
Yeah, because I just found out about last weekend. I just found out about Westwood, bro. Like I've never been to Westwood. Like I've been to, what else is near there? It's like Norwood.
That's south.
Yeah, like damn, I'm blanking on where it is. It was Norwood. I'm forgetting the other cities that's nearby. Dedham and stuff. I was like, okay, like I know those, but I've never heard of Westwood. Yeah. But Tingsboro, wow. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, that's okay. So you wake up at 5 to go there. So like for 6 or something.
For 6, yeah. Okay. So there's a 6 a.m. class on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then there's evening classes for 6 p.m. So yeah, your performance and kind of overall development depends on how often you go. And it's just it's really something that like you eventually start to learn things along the way, creating like a flow chart of how you're learning. So sticking to particular aspects, like so how it works is like when you start a roll, depending on how you start, there's certain positions which you can start in. So like we could either stand or we can both start on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And someone's trying to pass someone's guard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I could like kind of be on my back.
Yep.
And like I have my legs up like this.
Mm-hmm.
And you could kind of be crouching or you could be standing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So the person standing is trying to pass the other person's guard. That means I'm around you.
Right.
Like I have you in kind of like a submissive hold. You know what I mean? I've gotten around your legs. So just practicing certain things like that apart from submissions, which means like that's where you're like choking somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like a phrase we use is position before submission.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You're gonna learn how to submit someone when you don't know how to get to that submission. You want to make sure you're able to reach certain positions. So it's just drilling.
Mm-hmm.
This shit, dude, it requires like drilling and drilling and drilling, like on a daily basis, where you're just drilling the fundamental things if you're just beginning, and then you can see yourself like finally putting stuff together, and it just kind of like start to make sense. So me, like, I was more also the IG videos. I see a lot of IG videos. I'm like, dude, I want to do this shit. Like, bro, this shit looks like so fun. Mm-hmm. But when you try to do it on someone, you're like,
yeah, nah.
You don't know how long it took for these guys, to try to do that. But just starting out with the fundamental stuff and putting things, together definitely improves your game and just becoming who you are. Like, everyone I tell, everyone who I've met so far, they're like, dude, like, you're long. Like, you'd be, there's this guard called it's like a spider guard, right? Mm-hmm. So I know for the listeners they can't see, but with the gi you have the sleeves like this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So are you the one that has the sleeves like that, or whoever's in the guard position?
So whoever's on the ground is the one who's in the guard position, right? Yep. So I essentially grab their sleeves. Mm-hmm. I'm holding onto their sleeves as well as putting my feet on their biceps and stretching it out. Yeah. So they're essentially like a puppet, right? Yeah. You can do so many things like that. You're able to move your feet certain ways, so you could put them in a triangle, which is essentially you wrapping like your legs around their neck and then like choking them with their own arm. Right. You know what I mean? That pressure, like, it fucking sucks. You could put them in arm bars. It just gives you like, it's an opener into a lot of positions. You can sweep them, which means that okay, you're on top. Now I'm able to throw you where I'm on top. Right. Now, you know what I mean? And they're just telling you like, dude, your length can be such an advantage in this game. And I was thinking to myself, like, I felt like I needed to be good before I could start doing competitions. Like, I was thinking about doing competitions as a white belt, but I was like, dude, like, I can barely, I don't have the fundamentals down. Like, I don't even feel like I can jump there. Like, I just embarrass myself. But it's something like I'll most likely do along the way, because I just want to fucking compete, bro. You don't see 6 feet people doing this shit. You don't.
How tall is Adesanya?
Adesanya's like 6'4", bro. He's fighting tonight, bro. Oh my god.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
He's fighting tonight for heavyweight.
I saw I saw the card. There's like 3 main cards or some shit like that.
Yeah. He got his purple belt recently, but he's more of a striker. But I look up to that dude, bro. Yeah. Seriously, like, I see like myself in him, and knowing that people they doubt you, who you are, but like, you just go out there and like, you be proving people wrong. But I fell in love with like martial arts since quarantine. I actually started this right before things shut down in Feb. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like, I felt like it's been beneficial overall. It be getting me kind of tight though, because it's mad cardio, and it doesn't help me trying to gain weight. Right.
Yeah, my bad.
I'm trying to gain like 20 pounds. I want to get to 200.
Okay. So you 180 right now?
I'm 180, bro. I dropped from 185.
Honestly, I would have never guessed you were 180. Like, I'm being so serious. Like, dude, I would have never guessed you were 180. But really? I also know that you've been working out for years, so I know you kind of stacked. But
we trying, man. But no, like, I've been 180 for like a grip. And just, dude, gaining. This whole fitness shit is hard, dude. Yeah. It's fucking hard. Like, the diet is easily the hardest part. Because you got to meal prep. Now, just meal prepping for one day, the average person like eats 3 meals in a day. That's 20 a week. Now, for someone trying to gain weight, you have to essentially double that. That means adding 2 meals in that day. That's 5 meals a day, and 40 a week.
Yeah.
So, bro, just meal prepping for one day.
Yeah.
I got 5 containers of food.
Mm.
You finish that the next day. Damn, I gotta do this again.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. But that's where that, you know, that routine and consistency comes in. Cause I feel like that's really what it is. Like at the end of the day, like success is in your routine. So like, yeah, you know, if you become more comfortable with that and then like you just do it without even thinking about it, like that's how you become, like that's how you get where you want to be, I feel. But yeah, like it's definitely like that's definitely hard to say. Like even thinking about it, yeah, to meal prep 5 meals just for one day, like that's
a lot.
That's
dude.
crazy.
But you know, I still try to eat as much as I can. I've been like jumping into mass gainers again. I first tried them in college.
What is that?
So they're just calories.
Okay.
For mass gainer, I just make it into a shake.
Okay.
With 2 servings, like 2 heaping scoops, it's like I think 1,200.
Okay. So
calories.
is that like protein powder?
There's some protein in there. There's some creatine, but the purpose of it is for calories.
Okay.
So it has 60 grams of protein, the particular one that I have, but it's mainly just a mass gainer for the amount of calories that it has. So in addition to the large amounts of food that you're eating, you be drinking those shakes like twice a day.
Right. Okay.
And that shit lasts you 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah.
For 50 bills a bag. That's $100 a month, bro. Dude, this shit is not only a financial burden, but yeah, bro, this shit.
Yeah. It's definitely, oh man, that's a lot. I feel with certain things, especially something like that, because like health is wealth, bro. Like if you ain't got your health, like you really don't have anything. You can't do anything if you ain't healthy, like if you ain't taking care of yourself as a person. And like honestly, it took a while. It took a while to click for me because like the wild thing is like, yo, I went to school for this, bruh. Like I went to school to become a personal trainer, learning about like building workouts and everything, but like it just ended up not being for me. But like then, cause like I work out now, like in my house. I do like 15-minute workouts like every week or every day, just cause it's like that's all I can do with the time that I have. So, or I won't say that because I have the ability to, you know, go out and, well, I don't know. I think gyms are open more. So like I could go to a gym, but you know, at the same time, I'm like, I have a dumbbells and a barbell with weight on it at home. So, you know, if I can do the basics at home, I don't really need to pay for a gym. But yeah, like, you know, small, like 15-minute workouts and like, it feels good. Like I feel different. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's definitely like a big part of it. Yeah, yo, it is costly, but like it's worth it in the long.
Just have to do it. Like I feel I've kind of maybe have to lower. I've had to lower my standards.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, I just had this perception that if I gain weight, that it could change the way I look, but you can gain weight and still look the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, is it really weight I'm trying to gain, or I'm trying to gain muscle mass, which is another thing. And then I thought those two were essentially the same thing. Like me gaining weight would essentially create muscle mass, but that could come from you just habitually like exercising.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And depending on like what you're eating to make you look bigger, but also at the same time, there's people who have slender frames who biologically you aren't able to look the way that you want to look. You know what I'm saying? I'm envisioning like what would I want to look like just I wanted like bigger arms, bro. One thing Bro, I've always wanted calves, bro. Bro, this is the things
I
be
feel
laughing
you,
and
bro.
shit. That's the big thing, dude.
I feel
No,
you, bro.
I swear to God, cause I be tired. I be tired of people saying this shit like, yo, Joe, your legs are small. Do you even do like that? I'm like, yo, my shit's is stronger than yours. You can't even fucking squat. And bro, it gets me tight. It gets me tight because the amount of work I've been putting all these years into squatting, bro, doing freaking calf lift, and it just doesn't appear. You know what I mean? But you're getting the strength.
Yeah.
You know, but some people just genetically can't have calves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And your body could just naturally process energy differently towards, you know, maybe someone else who's doing the same thing as you and they could get, you know, bigger like that, but you can't do anything. Your metabolism, or you just, the amount of food that you have to process, you aren't able to reach because it's a lot. It's literally like I'm pretty sure like I'd be freaking I'd be like dead, like trying to eat the amount of food that I need, like 4,000 calories.
Right.
You know, I did the whole BMI index thing. I was like, oh shit, dude. Like, let me figure out like if I'm at a healthy weight. But it's 22.5 for me, so I'm fine. I'm at a normal weight for my height. You know, so so I figured maybe I just need muscle mass instead of gaining weight. So you know, I'm even trying to do this these fitness programs. With a dietitian and something like that in Nashua, where I first started going for the martial arts stuff class. The black belt there, he's a performance training trainer. So just trying to figure it out, man. You know, maybe taking some time, and I also wanted to do one of those meal subscription thingies, but they're mad expensive, dude.
Oh, you mean like, okay, so
where they send you like the food. Right.
Okay.
It's like $10 a plate.
Yeah. So I think is it like already? Is it already like put together or like?
Yeah. It's basically cooked. You just have to like microwave it.
Right. Okay. Because there's one thing I know of, and it's like, I think they send you the ingredients. I think you just gotta like just chef it up. Like it's pre-measured and everything. Yeah. So like you just gotta do that. But okay, yeah. So alright.
Yeah, it's quite costly. I was like trying to more compare it to like my grocery shop, and I was like, maybe I could use this as an alternative instead of buying, you know, raw ingredients and just you know have this. But it costs more. It's like $140 a week.
Shit.
So I'm like, no, man. I'm like, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna just cook in bulk.
Yeah.
And meal plan, you know, from the bulk that I made that way. So we'll see what happens this summer. Everybody out here in the gym trying to get there. But I'm like, I hate those people, bro. I'm like, y'all make it hell for the ones who do this shit.
You wasn't with me in the gym.
Flooding the gyms in the summer, bro.
You wasn't with me.
Y'all are over. Yo, I hate that shit. I hate those people, bro.
Oh man. Now I think partially, like for me, like that's like one of the reasons why I was like I stopped making resolutions, because it's like there's a lot of people that do that on a regular basis. They're like, oh yeah, you know, like I wanna work out more. All right, for the first couple weeks, and I just watched this podcast, and they were talking about like people who have New Year's resolutions, and I'm pretty sure it was like less than 10% of people actually stick to their resolution, and I think it was by February, you know, people are already giving up on their resolutions and stuff. So like, but yeah, like I just feel like, yo, you shouldn't have to wait till the new year to start doing what you want. Start doing it now, you know what I'm saying? And like that's a mindset that I've had for a while. Like, yo, just why do I have to wait till New Year to say I want to start doing this? Just start it now, you know, and be consistent. So by the time New Year comes, like, you know, you're already in that routine of everything. But yeah, they really jamming over there, bro. I gotta I really gotta like I gotta pull up here like during the week or something, because they really be like I just like, for me, like I'm a kind of person like I don't even have to like fully like just being in the presence. Like if I was just in there just observing, that would be like dope. Like that's a dope experience for me. But yeah, nah, I don't know, man. Like this is really some dope ass people here. But
Have you met everyone?
Nah, I've only met like I've met them, but it was like I think it was like a couple weeks ago, but like it was on some like, oh, like yeah, I do this, and then like, you know, we haven't, like I haven't seen him since, but yeah, nah, there's a lot of people here. I follow some of them on like Instagram and stuff, but like that doesn't really equate to like knowing people. But yeah, like I don't know, I do want to get to know more people here, but yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, okay, so you're done with school. You got jujitsu going on. What else? What else are we? Oh, traveling. Yeah. So, all right. So what's next?
What's next? So I've been thinking about like trying to think about like a plan of moving back home.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I want to do like hopefully in my 30s. One of the hardest things, because immigrants come to America, to be able to find jobs and kind of like create a career for themselves. And for some of us that plan to move back home, that's an end game for my brothers and I.
Mm-hmm.
They're all married, spouses and kids. Our mom gave us plots of land, so right now we're actually finishing her house for her. Like her dream home that she's like been working on for like over 10 years. Here, let me actually show you like a couple pictures. So we're finishing that, and then after like kind of gradually building our spots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me show you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this is Dylan. Let's see. Here, Nick.
Oh.
I'm trying to find a nice picture of the overall house. Alright, so yeah, so we have this, I guess. Like
Okay.
a wooden door. This is like the overall compound, so probably gonna like put like a tile driveway on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a water tank.
So is it kind of like gated a little bit? Not really like gated, but like is there?
Yeah, it's a compound with like a wall with barbed wire on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically how it is in Jamaica.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, so that's kind of the gist of it. On the other side, there's like a garden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the garden right here. We have a person there who essentially he's a keeper for the property, and my brothers and I split his salary that we send to him every month, and he sends us basically photos and just like statuses on like what's going on. And yeah, dude, just like trying to come up with a business to be able to generate income when you go back home. Because one thing about if you move back to Africa, it has to be on an entrepreneurial basis. You can't be going there to work for people, because there's people who work corporate jobs that don't even have lower wages than like a minimum wage here. It's fucking insane, dude. You know what I mean? So you have to. It's one of the hardest things to do, dude. Just coming up with like a way to generate a stream of income.
Yeah.
You basically have to like come up with a business. I have friends back home that I went to school with before I moved back to the U.S. and like some of them are working with their parents. You know what I mean? Some of them are doing their own things and just bro, most of these dudes are freaking rich, man. Like that, bro. My boy's birthday, I posted him on my story yesterday. Dude, he had his birthday party yesterday. He had like, dude, it looked like a freaking wedding, bro. He had like a mural on the, like, you know, the background where like people take
Yeah,
the photos and shit like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it was like of him. Dude, it was like, dude, let me damn, if it's even.
So was
it's
this?
even
So
still up.
this was here in the U.S.
No, bro, this is in Uganda.
Oh man.
This is in Uganda, bro. Let's see. Bro, look.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
So these are two of my. Yeah.
that's a goal right there, bruh.
So that's him right there, bro. They buy the pool and everything.
Yeah.
Bro, look at this. So my friend was I think in his room in this snap.
Mm-hmm.
But just look at the whole scenery of the place,
Yeah.
bro.
See, yeah, like I was saying earlier, bro. Like that's something I would like. I'd want to look out on a balcony and see something like that, bro. That's wow. That's
Yeah,
phenomenal,
dude.
bro.
So there's people that, you know, are just set up well, and you know, their parents essentially, you know, give them away to something. It's really who you know out there.
Mm.
You know, there's no middle class in Uganda or most African countries. You know, you're either rich or poor, and that's really what distinguishes our people.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're wealthy, you're able to have so many like strings to pull from. You have so much leverage in terms of things that you could want to do, networking. You know, your network, people reach out to things that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the sort of life that's over there. So, I see myself definitely moving back home. This is what I was having a conversation because I was asked like if I would marry like a Ugandan woman, because not a lot of people would be willing to, you know, move into a culture like that,
Right.
that aren't from that culture. So marrying a Ugandan would obviously make it easier for me because, you know, they're from there and they've lived there. But like say like, you know, like anyone else, person who's not even from Africa, would be like a harder decision. Might even have to stay here, just for the sake of, you know, what they're comfortable with. But yeah, man, I'm just working on like a plan of what I want to do like in the next 5 years by 30. Things I would have wanted to accomplish towards that goal of like building my house and just entrepreneurial moves.
Yeah.
You feel me?
It's definitely the peak time, bro. Like, you know, like me and Nick were talking about the other day. Like, yo, this is the time, bro. Like to focus on whatever it is that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because like, what 4 or 5 years from now, we'll 5, 6 really 5, 6 years from now, like we'll hit 30. You feel me? So it's like. But we should I feel, you know, we should have already been putting in the work now, like doing everything now, so that by 30 it's like, all right, we got our lane, like we know exactly what we're doing and stuff like that. But yeah, like that's just because yeah, we on the same page, like to be able to do stuff now, like even for me now, like I'm working on like on my master plan to kind of, you know, leave my job and stuff. And like the podcast that I've been watching, like there's a dude on there, he called, like his nickname is the 9 to 5 millionaire. So like this dude, I think he started investing in properties at like 22, and kept his job for 20 years. Like he became a millionaire at like 26. So like he's just investing in property. He stayed at his job for 20 years. So he's 40. Yeah, I think he's like 43 now or something like that. But yeah, this dude, he kept his job while he was a millionaire. Like, yo, imagine being a millionaire at your job,
that's
bro.
What I
like,
that's what I was thinking. Because at the same time, I was like, bro, like if I got bread,
yeah,
like I'm not gonna be like just like chilling and like not doing anything. Like I still want to work because I want to maintain some sort of labor, but I'm not going to be busting my ass.
Right.
You know, I want to have something to do to make use of my time.
Mm-hmm.
But I can also still afford to like, you know, have to enjoy my life, you feel me? So yeah, so you were saying he was working while he was a millionaire for 20 years.
Yeah, man, 20 years as a police officer, and like he said there were like a few times, you know, like his boss is like kind of talking down to him, but he's like in the back of his head, he's like,
wait, so he's the only one that knew he was a millionaire?
No, Well, so other people around him, they knew, they knew he was investing in real estate and all that, but I don't think they knew exactly how much he had, but like they knew he was doing well for himself because like when they get paid, like I guess they have like their envelopes in a box or something, and like you got to go pick it up at the end of the week or end of 2 weeks, whatever it is. But he would just let them build up and stuff because he didn't need them. Like he was making money outside of work. But yeah, I don't think anybody else knew that like where he was at financially. And yeah, I feel like that's a lifestyle to live because it's like, yo, when you have your own money, like it, like when I start investing in everything and like, I feel I'm set from real estate, I don't give a damn like what my manager, my supervisor has to say. Like you can't tell me nothing, bro. Like, oh, I sign your checks. I sign my own checks outside of work, bro. Like I got my own bread. Like I don't need this job, but I'm still here just because it's like I'm being that humble spirit of like I don't need to say, oh well, I made $1 million like outside of here. Like fuck yeah, like nah, that's too much. Like there's no need for all that. But yeah, it's it's all the plan, like just coming together and stuff. So bit by bit, bro. But yeah, I agree,
dude,
bro.
I think about that shit like a lot, dude. Like even all the stuff with like stocks, everyone's gotten into stocks now.
Mm-hmm.
Having studied this shit for like 4 years, bro. I'm like, bro, there's people who, bro, I should be in this shit. And like the thing is, like, I want to get a time where like I actually like take some time out to study and read up on investing in like particularly these apps like Robinhood or anything like that, and just getting into this because this is what the world is now. Even after like that fuck shit with GameStop, but still, dude, that shit was actually crazy. I was like, people should know that this is what was happening.
Yeah.
It just it was just exposed that that's what's happening. That was crazy, but just definitely getting into that. I don't know, like, do you guys trade? Have you thought about it?
I don't. Nah, not like day trade. Like I've definitely thought about like stocks and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
And then with certain apps and stuff, like I was on Robinhood. I got like Stash. But like stuff similar to that. But yeah, that's really it. But yeah.
No, I want to get into that, dude.
What about a Forex? Want to get into that?
Yeah, that's another one as well. I got a friend in the UK who's been making like mad guap from that. Like I think she's like accrued over like maybe $100,000 or something is from the last time I spoke to her. But yeah, dude, that shit's also a lot. That's like a lot of studying and like a lot of. I feel it's also a full-time job as well. But obviously with the returns you're able to get from that, it could be worth the read. And people have like this these thoughts about like the traders, like they hate like the Forex people because they're like always coming to people telling them to join them as well. Like,
yeah, but like,
did you do Forex?
But like that's the thing. Like I feel like if people were better about how they approach people would be more open to it. Cause like there's a joke. It's like someone was like, yo bro, I got a PS5 for sale. It's like, oh word? Hit his DM. He's like, yo, how much for the PS5? Actually, like, I don't have a PS5 for sale. I just want to see where your head's at, bro. And by you wanting that PS5, that tells me that, your priorities aren't nigga, like what? Like no, don't do all that. But like, or like even when people are like, there are other people who are like, oh yeah, like I know people like this dude made so and so from Force. How much have you made? No. My other homeboy made this. But how much have you made? You feel what I'm saying? And like, I think that's where it can be like for me personally, I'm like, all right, well, if you can't tell me how well you've been doing, then like, why would I invest it? On top of the fact that like, I don't know how true it is, but like, you gotta pay somebody to teach you to make money monthly, which to me doesn't like if you have to like if I have to constantly pay like that's I can see if it's a one-time payment, all right, no problem. But like if I have to pay you monthly for you to teach me how to make money, like I can go somewhere else. Like me, like I purchased a real estate course, $1,000, like, and I have that information for the rest of my life. Like I don't have to pay anything else. Like there's no other extra information. Like now they have another program where it's not a live stream. Well, yeah, like a live Zoom with like the guy who created the course and everything. He has his whole real estate team. Like he tells you about properties and stuff. Like he gives you like a deal of the week and stuff, and like he'll give you like the money to invest it as a down payment and all that. So like there's that, but like I haven't gotten into that yet. But yeah, like I do that one time payment and then that's it. Like I don't have to worry about anything else, as opposed to like people who gotta be consistent monthly and stuff. But that's also why they recruit, because I think if you recruit, then your fee goes away. But yeah, again, that's not my lane, so I won't speak too much on it.
Where did you get that course from? Is that like particularly for Mass?
So not for like Massachusetts, but like so the podcast that I was listening to, like that guy, he's like in real estate and stuff, but yeah, like he created the course, and it's just like pretty much all the information he's ever had, like starting out in real estate to where he is now. But yeah, it's like all the basics on like buying the properties, like reasons why, like, or having your reasons to buy properties and stuff. Like, so every property should have a purpose, and stuff like that. But yeah, like, it teaches you about credit, fixing and flipping, buying and hold, all that stuff. Like literally everything that you would need to know about real estate. I can send you the link if anything, but
yeah, definitely, dude. I want to get. I was actually about to ask Phil because I wanted to get my license. You know what I mean? Just like to have that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm actually meeting with him later, to like talk about getting started and everything. Because I don't want my license. Like he has his. I'm just looking to buy the properties and all that stuff. But yeah, like. I'm just excited, bro, to get started on everything. Like I deserve better. You know what I'm saying? I deserve to live a life of luxury. I already have my plan. Like I got my apparel going too. Well, starting. You see, I got the Don Tuck hoodie on today. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. Are you selling those?
So that's the thing. I'm like, because I was thinking about that today. Like I want to figure out like how exactly I'm gonna go about releasing everything and stuff. But I was like, I might have some hoodies and stuff. Like I might get some more. But I'll probably start with like t-shirts or something, just to, because spring is like right around the corner. But I don't know. I definitely am gonna be selling them. But yeah. So I mean, if you want one, let me know, because I just gotta like talk to my guy and see like how many I gotta order and stuff like that. So. Yeah, that's another thing too. If you are looking to buy a hoodie or a shirt from me, that has the logo of the podcast on it, feel free to reach out, and we can get that settled. But yeah, bro, I mean, I'm kind of out of questions. I don't know if you got anything else.
So what's it looking like for Don't Talk Podcast this year? What are do you have any exciting things coming up? Do you have any special guests coming up? Like, what is this year looking like?
Honestly, I think this year it's really just about like being consistent, bro. Because everything got put on hold last year, so there were a lot of episodes. Like I wasn't consistent. I still haven't been consistent since I started the podcast, in terms of like going a full year from January to February. Because in 2019, when I started, I went from July to December. Whoa, I said January to February. I mean January to December. Wow. But yeah, so like, yeah, in 2019, I went from July to December. And then last year I did like January to like right up until the pandemic. And then I stopped, because it's like you couldn't go anywhere, you couldn't meet with people. And then after that, I picked back up. But I just want to be consistent with it. Like having an episode out every week and stuff. I'm actually this is actually the first time I'm talking about it, but you know, I don't really like talking about stuff until it's fully developed. But like so the girl I met with last week, she has a podcast, and so like we're gonna kind of collaborate on that as well. So not only will I have this, but like I'll be working on another podcast as well. So shout out to Sam, because that's the homie. But yeah, like there's that, and then like I said, like the apparel, bro, like sweatshirts, t-shirts, like I'm getting like bro, I have it in this notebook here. Like I wrote everything down,
that
bro.
That gray one like that. Do you? Because I was looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, do you think maybe the logo could be a little bit bigger in the center there?
That's what I was thinking too. So like, cause that's gonna be my question. Like when I reach back out to my guy, like, is there? Cause I do want it bigger. Like I thought it would be bigger. That's why I envisioned it. But yeah, like I don't know if it's the way like the embroidery machine is set up. Like you might just have to have it at a certain size in order for it to like fit properly or work properly or something like that. But yeah, like I want to get it bigger. But he was like, yeah, like we can get the stitching going. Like if you need like screen printing or whatever, like I know some people who can do that for you too. So like, bro, like I literally have the whole plan. Like I'm gonna start writing everything down in this journal and like just kind of drawing it out so I can like send it. Like, cause when you can see stuff before it's actually alive, like, bro, that's a different type of, I don't know, that's just different. But yeah, that's really it, bro. Like I want to get the merch going, because the merch is way overdue for the podcast. But yeah, that's about it.
Well, I'm gonna be waiting for that, because I know I'll be the first person to order that specific the light gray.
Yeah. I think this is probably the color I'm gonna go with for now, because like I didn't want to do white, because I was like, but and then black, like I wouldn't be able to get the full logo and everything, like the mic and the cable and everything. But yeah, like I might just stick with this, like just to start out. But yeah, like once I expand and kind of come up with different ideas, and like I'll move into everything else. But yeah. Word. But yeah, bro, thank you for taking time to come down here. Like I appreciate it, man.
I had to do it. You know? Been a long time fan, you feel me? So I had to come join myself, say my piece.
Black boy from the burbs. Just a black boy from the burbs. This African black boy fly, wings spread out with his head held high. Parents made it to the burbs, no lie. From the Gold Coast, we black stars, do or die. In the hand, walk there, my city. Lakeview click, got my people riding with me over here. Get rich or die trying, 50 cent. Grind hard so I can get my parents back every cent. Yeah, my city raised me from a baby. Good times, but shit happens, it gets crazy. Friends here played me, police always made me another statistic. Fuck out of my way, beat. All day is to God be the glory. Wouldn't be here without the Lord and the story. They telling me I wouldn't be a thing. Young boy from the burbs to a king. And ain't nobody gonna stop me. One of a kind, while they all try to copy. D to the E.